Shravani, welcome to my channel. In this video of the Tableau Fundamental series, I'll be talking about the data types and we'll also explore some of the options on data source page. Let's get started with understanding what is a data type. So in a column with multiple values, those values are somewhere related. Those values exhibit a similar characteristic or a similar nature. So that characteristic or nature is called as a data type. Um, Tableau has got 8 kinds of data types, out of which 6 are majorly used. We'll understand these data types along with examples. So any value which is enclosed either in a single or double quotes is a string or a text data type. For a date data type, the value has to be in date format. Even if you give the year, just the year 1992, it initially gets consumed as a numeric data type, but you have the ability to convert it into a date data type. Then with a date format along with time format, in hour, minute and seconds, it gets translated as a date and time data type. Any numerical value, either a whole number or a decimal number, is a numeric data type. Then just two values, true or false, are considered as Boolean values. There can be only these two values in a Boolean data type. Then geographic values. Tableau has the capability of recognizing the geographic values like the country, state, city, airport name, zip code, and there are a few other types as well which Tableau can recognize. These values don't get translated as a string. If Tableau is able to recognize these values, if it is able to convert these values into their latitudes and longitudes, then it will assume that these values pertain to geographic values. Then image role, any URL which leads to an image on the internet, then it is considered as image role data type. Initially this URL would be consumed as a string type, but you have the ability to transform this into an image. Then the last one is cluster group. This data type gets generated when you use your values as such that it creates a cluster group in your visualization. That time you'll see this one. The probability of using these two data types, image role and cluster group, is very low. In real-time projects, we just use these top 6 data types. So just focus on these ones for now. Now let's see the data set which we are going to use today. This is a sample data set which I have created. It has got name, age, country, image URL. So these are the image URLs. We'll see how it gets consumed in Tableau and how we can convert it to images. Then score and numeric/date. This field is a mixed data type values. So it is not always true that you'll get values in the same format only or with exhibiting the same nature only. It might happen or mistakenly that there are mixed values, just like in this column that I have date and numeric values. But remember, Tableau has the ability to recognize only one kind of data type. So even if you have mixed values in your column, it will transform these values into one kind of data type, and we'll see what kind of data type does Tableau convert these values into. Let's switch to Tableau now, where we'll consume this file, Microsoft Excel flags. Alright, so let's start with recognizing the data type icons. So this is the geographic value identified as a globe icon. The rest other values which I was talking about the geographic role are these ones. And when there is a geographic field, Tableau automatically generates latitude and longitude. You don't have to do anything. You saw that we don't have these values in our data set, sorry, these fields in our data set, but Tableau has automatically generated it because it understands the values which are there in this field. And for the ones which it doesn't recognize it, it gives you the ability to either enter the latitude or longitude or give the correct name of the values in case there are any spelling mistakes or um, the name is incorrect because of any reason. Then ABC represents the string type. You see this geographic value, this ABC value are in blue color. There's a specific relevance to it why these values are in blue color and these ones are in green color. And that is one of the important concepts in Tableau which we'll discuss in our coming videos. For now, just understand that these discrete values are in blue color. There is a separate or distinct value to each of these fields. Then these are the numeric values which has this hash icon. The geographic value, latitude and longitude, is also represented in green color because these are the numeric values eventually which Tableau recognizes them as. It is not true that you can't convert these numeric values into this blue color and the fields which are there in blue color cannot be translated into this green color specific kind of values. But we'll understand this when we get there. So for now, just understand that numeric values in green color, discrete values in blue color. Now let's bring in these values. Name, let's bring in country. I double clicked on this country and it comes in the format of string as only. The meaning of this geographic value is that you have the ability to list them, point them on a map. You can create a map. Just I'm double clicking on this one and you can see the world map gets displayed wherein the values which are there in my data set get their specific positions according to the latitudes and longitudes. So I won't go into much detail here for now. So apart from country, I want to use image URL and let's bring in numeric date. Alright, so these are the URLs, but I want them to be to get converted into images. I want to show the flags of these countries. So what I'll do is, the one way of changing the data type is click on this icon which is given over here, then image role, because this is the data type to which I want to convert this field into. So then URL. So you see those URLs were able to fetch the images. This image for Spain wasn't get fetched because the URL is incorrect over here in my data set. So I deliberately gave a wrong URL just to make you understand that when you give the wrong URLs, it won't generate the images. There are various other reasons as well why the images don't get generated, but this is also one of the reasons. So I clicked on this one and you see there's no image over here. Alright, now back to Tableau. Then there is numeric date. So one way we saw how we can convert the data type. The other way of converting the data type is just click on this arrow and then change data type. So maybe I want to convert this into date. See, it has given the default date to the values which were not in the date format. So that's how you can convert this into date format. Then let's bring in age. So you can see age over here. And I'll bring this one to rows. See, so when you initially use these measure values, it will come in a bar chart format only by default. If you want to convert these into values, just go on this pill. This is called as pill, and click on discrete. So you see these values over here. Alright, so that's how we have created this table. Now we'll see some of the options on data source page. Over here, your tables get listed. Sheet 1 is what we are using right now. Beneath this, it shows the data. So first few rows of the data would get displayed along with the field names, their data types. So I hope you are able to recognize these data type icons. We have converted this image URL into image role, so this icon is appearing. And from here you can change the data types. So this is the third way by which you can change the data type. Just click on this icon and select the data type that you want. Alright, over here in the left pane we have the metadata, which talks about the fields that we have in our sheet and their data types. So what is the sheet name, what is a field name, what is their data type. Remote field name means the original name which is there in your data set. So in databases, in our real time projects, in databases our column names are as such that suppose image underscore URL, so the names contain underscores in real time projects. So over here it will show you the real name which is coming from your data source, and over here the field name, you have the ability to rename a field. So see, I've double clicked on this and let's call it as just n. So it is showing me n for now over here, but the original name from the original data source stays as it is, so that it's easier for you to recognize this field in your data source. Alright, so I hope this was clear to you. Over here you can change the number of rows that you want to see. Since this is a very small data set, you are seeing the total number of rows over here, but if you try to use any data set which has got millions of records, you have the ability to see the first n number of rows by giving a count over here. Right, then there are some settings according to which you can sort your fields or change the aliases, like see the aliases of the changed values. We'll come to aliases in our coming sessions. So this is what I wanted to discuss for this video right now. I hope you were able to understand this. I have an assignment for you. So this would be your assignment. This table comes from the Tableau's website, wherein it is talking about the mixed data types. I'll give this URL in the description below. Just try to create a sample data set of your own by using these mixed values, and then see how these mixed data types get consumed into Tableau. We just saw that dates and numbers get um, translated into a text data type. Now just try for dates, numbers and booleans, these different kinds of values. So that's all for this video. Thank you.